Across the vast expanse of time, long before the rise of empires and the advent of written language, the story of humanity was already being written. It was a story etched not in stone but in the very footprints of our ancestors, a story of incredible journeys and exploration. This is a story of prehistoric human migration. We will journey back to a time when small bands of humans, driven by necessity and wanderlust, ventured into the unknown. Prepare to be amazed by the resilience of these early pioneers and the lasting impact they had on our planet. Our story begins in the cradle of humankind, Africa. It was here, around 200,000 years ago, that the first modern humans emerged. These early humans, though different from us, possessed the same spark of intelligence and capacity for innovation. Life on the African savanna was a constant struggle, yet these early humans thrived, adapting to their environment and developing complex social structures. Approximately 70,000 years ago, driven by factors such as climate change and a search for new hunting grounds, a small group of humans embarked on a journey that would forever alter the course of human history. This was the first major migration out of Africa. Crossing the Red Sea at its narrowest point, these intrepid explorers ventured into a world vastly different from the one they knew. It is humbling to consider that the continents we know today, home to billions of people, were once populated by small, scattered bands of humans. Through hunting, gathering, and eventually agriculture, they shaped entire ecosystems, leaving a legacy still visible today. Their story is a testimony to the power of even the smallest groups to effect lasting change. Though the Earth's climate has always been in a state of flux, and for prehistoric humans, these fluctuations were more than just a change in the weather. Ice ages locked vast amounts of water in glaciers, creating land bridges and influencing the movement of humans and animals. Warmer periods opened up new territories for exploration and settlement. Understanding these ancient climate patterns is key to unraveling the mysteries of human migration. The vast oceans, often seen as barriers, also served as ancient highways for prehistoric people. Following coastlines, these explorers ventured further afield, their movements dictated by the sea. Coastal areas provided food and resources, making them attractive destinations for early migrants. Evidence of their journeys can still be found today in ancient shell middens and coastal settlements. Today, the Bering Strait separates Asia and North America, but during the last ice age, a vast expanse of land known as the Bering Land Bridge connected these continents. This land bridge, exposed by lower sea levels, provided a pathway for humans to enter the Americas. It was a journey into a new world, filled with unfamiliar plants and animals, and the challenges of adapting to a new environment. Long before the compass or astrolabe, prehistoric people had a remarkable ability to navigate vast distances. Using the stars, the sun, and subtle cues of the natural world, they charted courses across land and sea. Their navigational skills were not just survival, but a reflection of their deep connection with the natural world. As humans ventured into new environments, they faced challenges from scorching deserts to frigid tundra. Survival in these conditions was aided by genetic mutations that allowed them to adapt to different climates and diets. These mutations, passed down through generations, are a tribute to the incredible adaptability of our species. The island continent of Australia, separated from Asia by vast stretches of ocean, posed a formidable challenge to early human migration. Yet around 65,000 years ago, humans crossed these maritime barriers, most likely using boats of some kind. This achievement speaks volumes about the ingenuity and seafaring skills of these early explorers. The tools of prehistoric humans were more than just implements for survival. They were a reflection of their ingenuity and adaptability. From the simple hand axes of the Stone Age to the finely crafted spear points of later periods, human tools were constantly evolving. Each innovation allowed them to exploit their environment more effectively and construct more sophisticated shelters. Scattered across the globe, archaeologists have unearthed a treasure trove of artifacts that provide glimpses into the lives of prehistoric people. These artifacts, from intricately carved bone needles to shell beads used for adornment, tell a story of cultural exchange and interaction. While much of prehistoric migration was driven by necessity, it is tempting to imagine that our ancestors were also motivated by something more profound, a sense of curiosity, a thirst for adventure. The urge to explore new horizons, to venture beyond the familiar, is ingrained in the human spirit. For thousands of years, Europe was home to another group of hominids, the Neanderthals. Far from being primitive brutes, Neanderthals were skilled hunters and toolmakers, adapted to the harsh conditions of Ice Age Europe. Evidence suggests they coexisted and perhaps interbred for thousands of years before the Neanderthals vanished. One of the key factors that allowed humans to migrate so successfully was the development of language. The ability to communicate complex ideas, share information about resources and dangers, and pass on knowledge to future generations was crucial to their success. Language facilitated cooperation, allowing groups to coordinate their movements, plan for the future, and adapt to new environments successfully. Around 15,000 years ago, the first humans set foot in the Americas, marking the culmination of an incredible journey that began in Africa tens of thousands of years earlier. These early Americans, known as the Clovis people, spread rapidly across the continent, adapting to a wide range of environments. While much of our understanding of prehistoric migration focuses on land routes, there is growing evidence that early humans were also skilled seafarers. Archaeological discoveries of ancient boats and maritime technologies, along with the settlement of islands far from the mainland, suggest they possessed a remarkable ability to navigate and explore oceans. These voyages required courage, ingenuity, and a deep understanding of the sea. Prehistoric humans relied on large animal herds for food and resources. As herds migrated, humans followed. High-altitude environments, with their thin air and challenging conditions, might seem inhospitable to human life. Yet evidence suggests humans thrived in these regions 40,000 years ago. The Tibetan Plateau, for example, was home to early human populations who adapted to the unique demands of this environment. Today, the Sahara Desert evokes images of vast, arid landscapes, but this was not always the case. Thousands of years ago, the Sahara was wetter and greener, dotted with lakes and rivers. This green Sahara supported diverse plant and animal life, attracting humans who thrived in this lush environment. The story of prehistoric human migration is not one of constant expansion. There were periods when populations dwindled to perilously low levels, events known as genetic bottlenecks. These bottlenecks, often caused by disease, famine, or environmental disasters, had a significant impact on the genetic diversity of our species' early populations. Just as birds migrate with the changing seasons, so too did many prehistoric humans move. Driven by the availability of food and resources, they moved between different locations throughout the year, following the natural rhythms of the world. In recent decades, archaeologists have gained a powerful new tool for understanding prehistoric human migration DNA analysis. By analyzing the DNA of ancient human remains, scientists can trace the lineages of different populations, track their movements across continents and regions, and gain insights into their relationships with each other. Imagine the catastrophic power of a supervolcanic eruption, an event so massive it could blanket entire continents in ash and alter global climate patterns. Such events, though rare, have occurred throughout Earth's history, and evidence suggests they may have triggered prehistoric human migrations. As humans migrated across the globe, they profoundly impacted ecosystems. Through hunting, introducing new species, and using fire for land management, they reshaped landscapes and altered nature's balance. And so, as we reach the end of our journey through time, we are left with a profound sense of awe and wonder. The story of prehistoric human migration is a monument to the indomitable spirit of our ancestors, their resilience, adaptability, and enduring legacy. From the savannas of Africa to the frozen Arctic, they ventured into the unknown, driven by a desire to survive and thrive. Their journeys, etched in stone and bone in the very DNA that connects us all, remind us that we are part of something far greater than ourselves. A lineage that stretches back hundreds of thousands of years, connecting us to the dawn of humanity.